Here we have the general form, 36y squared minus 49x squared equals 1764. We know it's a hyperbola because it's y squared and x squared, and it's subtracted. That's all it takes. But we want to put it back into this form if we can. So what we'll do is we know it's supposed to be equal to 1, so we'll divide by 1764. Now, we can do the same thing we did last time by putting the 36 below, and we'll wind up with y squared over 49 minus x squared over 64 over 36 equals 1. Now we can see that we have 49 and 36 in the denominator, so our axes are going to be, half of them will be 7 and 6 from the center, and we know the center's 0, 0 because we didn't have to complete the square up here. So if we know then that we have our axes like so, and we know that our center is at 0, 0, then we'll, in the y direction, we'll go up and down 7. So let's just say that that's 7 and down to negative 7. Then we'll look here and see that we want to go in the x direction 6. So we'll go over here 6 and over here negative 6. What that will give us is a rectangle over here, down through, over, and back up again. We'll draw that lightly, and then what we will do is draw the diagonals through that rectangle, and they should go through the center, the origin as well, because that's the center. So we'll draw them like so. Okay. And now we're interested in these are called the asymptotes. And we might be interested in knowing just what their equations are. Well, if they go through 0, 0, they're going to be of the form y equals mx. What do you suppose m is? Well, slope is the rise over the run, so it rises 7 while it runs 6. So y equals 7/6 x. What's this one over here? Well, it's just the opposite because it runs negative 6. So this is y equals negative 7/6. So once you've seen what the major and minor axes boundaries are, it's pretty easy to tell what the equations of the asymptotes are. Now let's continue with our process. We're looking for a quick sketch of our hyperbola, and when we see that the y squared is the positive fraction and the x squared is the negative fraction, we know that we have to cross the y-axis. So we'll cross the y-axis right here and right here. We can't cross the x-axis because if we cover this up, we'll see that x squared over 36, 36 is positive, x squared is positive, but negative x squared over 36 is negative. It can't be equal to 1. So we know that it's going to start here and here, and it's going to approach our asymptotes. So our graph will look a little bit like this. As you go farther and farther out, this graph will get closer and closer to the asymptotes, but it will never cross them. And we have then our graph of the hyperbola.